Okay, was not expecting this today. We just got the Year 8 Season 3 designer notes just released, and there's some really interesting stuff in this, so we're gonna just jump straight into it, talk about it. We're not gonna waffle. Let's take a look, because I know you all are interested. So, as we can see on this little graph here, Iana, most played attacker on both PC and console. She is getting a major change in these patch notes, so stay tuned to it a little bit. Yeah, Iana all the way up there, defenders as well, Warden all the way up there as well. On both platforms, they need to deal with him. Legion also up there. No idea why they buffed him last patch. He did not deserve a buff, but anyway, you know what? He's not even that high on console, but on PC, Legion is crazy. Ban rates, you know, you got Thatcher all the way up there, Jackal. You know, they switch sides when it comes to console, but Thatcher and Jackal, the top two most banned. Capcan, most banned on console. Fenrir, Kaid, Mira. I'm going to assume Solace is going to be pretty high on PC. Let's see once it switches. No, Solace isn't as high as I thought she was. Fenrir, most banned defender on PC. That's actually quite crazy. But anyway, let's get into these notes. Frost, an earlier iteration of these changes was released on the lab test server. They're talking about the Frost rework. Players don't want to lose the ability to bait extra attackers into reviving the victim trapped in the welcome mat. Players are afraid that these changes will make the game more run and gun orientated. Okay, that is the issues that people had with the Frost rework. Let's see what they say. So firstly, you got the teammate revive. Players caught in the welcome mat can choose to wait for a teammate to perform the revive. If they do so, they will not receive the debuff when leaving the trap. This should grant Frost opportunities to hunt teammates willing to help trapped players, while attackers are rewarded for playing as a team. So basically, if you pull yourself out of the Frost mat, you're going to get the limping, you're going to get the blood trail, you're going to, you know, get all these effects which are now caused by it. But if your teammate pulls you out, you don't get these effects. This is to, you know, help you, force you to play more team play, and as well as this, allowing Frost to, you know, still have that chance to take out a teammate helping someone out of a Frost mat, rather than everyone constantly reviving themselves. They've also made the debuff stronger. In addition to not being able to sprint, we've added a movement speed reduction of 20% and increased the duration of the effect to 1 minute. This will cripple the run and gun capabilities of reckless players that separate from their team and fall into welcome mat. So they've made the debuff worse as well when you pull yourself out, so you know that's a good change. You really want to punish people for pulling themselves out of a frost mat. And next, slower revive animation. Trapped players will now need 4 seconds to exit the trap regardless of the revive method. This should grant extra time for defenders to finish off trapped enemies before they can stand up. So yeah, they've just made it takes longer to revive people now as well. Welcome mat removal by teammate takes 4 seconds, was 4.3, no debuff applied. Welcome mat removal by self takes 4 seconds, was 2.5, so they've, you know, less than doubled it. If players remove trap by themselves, debuff will be applied. The effects are as follows. Duration is 20 seconds, was 20 seconds. Okay, that's significant. You're going to have a way longer debuff now if you pull yourself out of a frost mat. You'll move 20% slower, you won't be able to sprint, you'll leave a blood trail, your health is set to 20 HP, and being caught by a welcome mat is considered entering the down but not out state. R6 allows down but not out only once per round. This means players that have already been down but not out will immediately die if they fall into a frost trap. So yeah, that is the frost rework we're getting the next update. So not even the next season, the next update. Iana's lost her frag grenades. This is major. As mentioned in the Year 8 Season 3 designer notes, the next few changes are in preparation for a more definitive solution that intends to address the frag grenades issues. Firstly, Iana, gadgets. Stun grenades will replace the frag grenades, but they have given her back her gun 6. So Iana used to have the gun 6, then she lost it, but she had the grenades at that time as well, so they were like, you know what, Iana's too strong, take away the gun 6, keep the nades. Now, they've kind of went backwards, they're giving her back the gun 6, but they're replacing the grenades with stun grenades. Iana has been the top attacker for almost a year since we removed frag grenades from Finka and changed sledges in Zophia's armories. It's time for a change that leaves more space for other operators to excel. We are replacing the frag grenades with stun grenades to retain Iana's aggressive playstyle and adding a gun 6 to keep a bit of her destructive power. Finka. They've added the frag grenades to Finka? Okay, I don't know why they chose Finka here. Right, they've done the opposite thing. They've added frag grenades to Finka, but then they've removed the gun 6. So they've done the opposite of Iana. We needed to add another competitive operator to replace Iana during this transition period. We already know that Finka is a good fit and could take this spot. Now that the LMG meta has been adjusted, we believe that she can have frag grenades again. She won't keep the gun 6, however, as a combination of it and frag grenades will be limited to special cases. Okay, I guess that is fair. Finka did fall off a tiny bit after the LMG meta dropped off, so okay, I'm happy with her getting grenades again. But oh my god, Gridlock has received frag grenades. Gridlock has nades. Gridlock is already such a great operator and no one uses her, but she has nades. This is sick. So yes, Gridlock's frag grenades will replace the breaching charges, but but again, they have removed the gun 6 from her as well. To allow for more operator diversity on the attacking lineup, we are also giving Gridlock frag grenades instead of breach charges. She already has a super shorty for soft destruction, so we'll remove the gun 6. Don't really know what they mean by that, because the gun 6 isn't soft destruction anyway. Gun 6 is like an explosion. It's like a projectile. So, right, since they've buffed the POF 9, I personally think the POF 9's fine, but I do agree it did have a lot of recoil. The average player can't control it. I think this is fair. So they've reduced vertical recoil, reduced lateral recoil, and reduced recoil increases after long bursts. We believe Sens is an operator with great potential, but it looks like they need a push to shine. We made them a 1 armor and 3 speed operator back in Year 7 Season 4, and softened the POF 9 recoil for gamepad in Year 7 Season 3, but that wasn't enough. Operator weapons have a lot of weight on their performance, so we're taking a second look at the POF 9, but this time for both mouse and gamepad. This weapon has been considered challenging to operate for a long time, and we've decided to soften its recoil. With this change, we are aiming to have a weapon that feels way more forgiving to use. This should allow players to perform better with the POF 9 at longer distances and grant them more freedom to pick its weapons attachments. I think this is good. I like the POF 9, but yeah, it needed this little push, so I'm interested to try this once this patch note comes out. My god, this is a very long patch note. Right, Tachanka, DP 27, damage has been increased to 60, up from 49. Despite the high damage, the time to kill is much higher than average regardless of enemy armor because of the low rate of fire. We never increased this because we didn't want to go lower than 3 bullets to down a player with any automatic weapon, but the recent changes on the extended barrel has proven that this is fine for certain operators. So with this change, the DP27 will be closer to other weapons with high fire rates in terms of time to kill, a full health operator, especially against high speed operators. So the DP27 is going to be, what, a 2-shot now? That's actually crazy. I hate the DP27 because of how slow its fire rate is and how clunky it is, but if you're going to 2-shot people, I might play Tachanka now for the DP27. We have some Warden changes here, didn't see this initially. Warden's back to a 1-speed. Okay, Warden is back to a 1-speed. So he was originally a 1-speed when he came out. They buffed him, but then they gave him the 1.5, which was too much. So now they've, pushed him down a little bit. Oh, and they're not even going to remove the 1.5. Okay. We changed Warden to 2 armor and 2 speed by the end of Year 4 to increase his mobility and allow him to react faster to the attacking team. With the evolution of the game and defenders playing more loosely than back then, we will drop his speed to reduce his roaming capabilities. We believe the 1.5 on the MPX synergizes well with his kit to counter smokes from far away, so rather than change this, we are going to reduce his speed. He will be slower and louder whilst running around the map, which will make him an easier target to take down by more coordinated teams. We want to encourage players to play him closer to the site, where he can use his ability more effectively because flashes and smokes are easier to predict. He should be a critical operator to keep alive until the end of the round because he can counter most of the attacking strategies. He shouldn't be the one going roaming and dying too early. You know what? The average Siege player hates a 1-speed, so this is going to push all those crutch Warden 1.5 players off Warden because for some reason when you make an operator 1-speed, all these little, swing everything kids go, I don't know what to do. I can't play a 1-speed operator. So I can definitely see people crying about this but I think this is good. I think these are great patch notes. The nades are quite interesting. So yeah, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about these new patch notes. What do you think? Yeah, these are really good patch notes. I really like these. It's like they finally put effort into a patch note. So yeah, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you later. I love you all. Stay safe. Peace.